Hi guys, how are you? I hope you guys are well. So, with this intention, let's start the video. And before that, I want to welcome you all to Kanta Classes. Welcome. So, in this video, we'll talk about Operation Blue Star. What was it? Why it has happened? And what were the consequences of this operation? We'll discuss in this video. So, let's start it. So what was happened exactly? Okay, Operation Blue Star was the code name of an Indian military action which was carried out between 1 and 10 June 1984 in order to remove the Sikh Damdami Taxal leader, okay, Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale and his followers from the buildings of Harminder Sahib Golden Temple complex in Amritsar, Punjab. Okay, so Operation Blue Star is nothing but uh, killing of General Singh Bhindranwale, okay, who was hiding himself in Harminder Sahib or Golden Temple. Golden Temple is known as Harminder Sahib is known as Golden Temple because Maharaja Ranjit Singh has put golden quotation on it on Harminder Sahib, and after that it has named as Golden Temple. Okay, it is situated in Amritsar, Punjab, and this military action was took place between 10th between 1 and 10th June 1984. Okay, in order to remove Sikh Damdami Taksal leader. So it's a extremist group Sikh Damdami Taksal, okay, whose leader is General Singh Bhindranwale. Okay, now on 1st June 1984, after negotiations with the militants failed, Indira Gandhi rejected the Anandpur resolution and ordered the army to launch Operation Blue Star, simultaneously attacking scores of Sikh temples across Punjab. Okay, so what was exactly happened? This is this Sikh Damdami Taxal. Okay, this extremist group wants Khalistan. Okay, Khalistan means they want uh, their uh, past Punjab back. That means Punjab of India, then Punjab of Pakistan. Both were mixed up, and that should be known as Khalistan. Why it has happened? That we'll think that what was the diplomatic idea of ISI, behind creating this Khalistan movement, that we'll discuss later on, but for the time being you need to understand this. Okay, then on 1st June, Indian security forces commenced Operation Blue Star when they fired into various buildings with the goal of accessing the training of militants, which resulted in the death of 8 civilians were dead, shot dead during this military action. A variety of army units and paramilitary forces surrounded the Golden Temple complex on 3rd June 1984. Okay, the official stance of the army was that the warnings were made to the facilitate the evacuation of pilgrims, but that no surrender or release occurred by June 5th at uh, uh, June 5th at 7 p.m. Okay, so the military is saying that they have given warning to the uh, pilgrims and those extremists that they can surrender themselves or they can come out from that temple, but after that also they haven't come back. That's why they have started firing, and that military action was took place. The army's assault on the temple complex ended on 8th June. Okay, a clean-up operation, condemned Operation Udroj, was then initiated throughout Punjab. See, when this military action was taking place in Golden Temple, or in front of Golden Temple, there were another operation which is known as Operation Udros was also taking place in Punjab. Okay, that means they have put some curfew or something like that, that no civilians can come out from their home and all those. So that operation was known as Operation Udroj. Now, in this, we'll talk about what is Khalistan in this slide. See, Khalistan is, like I have already told you, is the part of Indian Punjab and the part of Pakistan Punjab, and by mixing those parts, that Khalistan movement was taking place. They want these parts as separate country. Okay, so here in India, though Haryana and Himachal Pradesh are separated from Punjab now, but before that, when Maharaja Ranjit Singh was alive, so this was their kingdom, and the kingdom was also, uh, expanded to various other areas. But this was the main region. This is the Pakistan region. Okay, this is the Pakistan region here. Uh, so Pakistan region, this is the Punjab region. Okay, and Sindh is here. So Sindh was not part of Pakistan Punjab, and this entire part, then Himachal Pradesh. Okay, here Himachal Pradesh is there, then here the Punjab is there, then Haryana is there. Okay, here Delhi also you can identify. So they want this entire area a separate country. Okay, separate country, which is not possible, because as per our constitution, Union and its territory, part 2 of our constitution, India is a sovereign union. Though we are federation of various states, but we are quasi federal state. Okay, so union government has full authority to break it into various states, but the separation of a particular part to become another country is not possible as per our constitution. Okay, it's not like American Federation, USA Federation, that they can separate themselves from the federation. It's union, and will be union unity, and there is unity is there, so that's why we have to be there as per our constitution. Why it has happened? See, however, in 1981, the Soviets had launched Operation Contact. Okay, Operation Contact. This you have to remember. Okay, which was based on a forged document purporting to contain details of the weapons and money provided by ISI to Sikh militants. Okay, who wanted to create an independent country. So ISI, who is you know Pakistan agency, like India's RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, so that has given money as per Operation Contact to Sikh militants for this Khalistan movement. See why Pakistan has done that. If we will analyze it deeply, then we'll understand that in 1971, Pakistan lost the war of Bangladesh. That was East Pakistan, and Bangladesh as a separate country has been evacuated. Evaluated. Okay, so though Pakistan has lost the war, but Pakistan wants to take revenge from India. Okay, so what Pakistan has done, Pakistan started doing guerrilla war. Okay, guerrilla war is like an eye for an eye, or a tooth for tooth. So Pakistan thought that though India has separated our East Pakistan from ourselves, so we will try to do this Khalistan movement by giving some money to Sikh militants, and we will also separate Sikh community from Indian Union. So that's why they have given money to Sikh militants to execute this operation of Khalistan movement. Okay. Then in November 1982, Yuri Andropov, okay, Yuri Andropov, sorry, Yuri Andropov, the General Secretary of Communist Party and leader of Soviet Union, okay, approved a proposal to fabricate Pakistani intelligence documents detailing ISI plans to foment religious disturbances in Punjab. Okay, religious disturbances that they were telling Sikh people that India is not their country, they need to make their separate country as Khalistan, and that kind of religious sentiments are very easy to hurt, so that's why they were trying to, uh, you know, uh, provoke them and promote the creation of Khalistan as an independent Sikh state. Okay, Indira Gandhi's decision to move troops into Punjab was based on her taking seriously the information provided by Soviets regarding Secretary CIA support for the Sikhs. Okay, so our then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Madam, has took place this military action, has given command, has given command through obvious our president that ISI is planning to um, make separate six state by provo- pro- provoking sorry provoking sick people, so that's why she has taken this action. Okay, now what was the result of that? See, after this military action taking place, Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale died, so he was shot dead during that military action. Assassination of Indira Gandhi by Satwant Singh and Beyant Singh. Though what military people has uh, fired several times, and yes, if you are firing, then it cannot be obvious that each and every time you will shot a extremist, or you will shot a terrorist, uh, not terrorist, extremist, you can say. So sometimes it can harm the temple too, it can harm the structure too. So during that military action, the temple was also affected, and though Sikh people thought that it's a religious sentiment that their golden temple has broken because of this military action, so they were very angry with our Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Madam, and that's why her bodyguard Satwant Singh and Beyant Singh, they have shot her to death. So in this way, assassination of Indira Gandhi was took place. Then subsequent 1984 anti-Sikh riots. Though the assassination of Indira Gandhi, she was the Iron Lady of Indian government, and Satwant Singh and Beyant Singh, her personal bodyguards, has had sought her death. So that's why anti-Sikh riots were there, and during that riots, so many Sikhs were killed and a lot of things. And I can remember that during that time, when reporters asked Sanjay Gandhi that why these anti-Sikh riots are are taking place, so he has answered that uh, if something big has happened, then definitely people will have to face the consequences of that. So that kind of answer was also controversial. So yes, anti-Sikh riots were there in 1984. So in detail we'll talk about it. The military action in the temple complex was criticized by Sikhs, okay, worldwide, who interpreted it as an assault on Sikh religion. Okay, so temple complex attacking was assault on the Sikh religion. Many Sikh soldiers in the army deserted the unit. Several Sikhs resigned from civil administrative services and returned outwards. Okay, received from Indian government 5 months after the operation. On 31st October 1984, Indira Gandhi was assassinated in an act of revenge by her two Sikh bodyguards. Okay, Satwant Singh and Beyond Singh. Public outcry over Gandhi's death led the state organized program leading to the killing of more than 3,000 to 17,000 Sikhs across India in ensuing 1984 anti-Sikh riots. So during these anti-Sikh riots, 3,000 to 17,000 Sikhs across India was dead. So that was quite, you know, sad. So this was the news which was published in newspaper Operation Blue Star. Okay. So with this, I would like to conclude that though a lot of things, a lot of operation has uh, taken place since our independence, and a lot of riots was also took place. But after those things, also India is always a union, and we as a secular country respect each and every religion. I can remember that I have visited Gurudwara, I have visited uh, church, I have visited this masjid too, I have visited temple, and after that I have realized that yes, people are believing in different forms of God, but God is always one and only, uh, that lies in the service of people. So, with this, I want to conclude, and thanks for your time. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, then please subscribe to my channel and share this video with others. Thank you very much. That's my time.